Hi, Benji here, and in response to this criticism I recently received, let's unpack the extent to which Global North and Global South are discriminatory terms. Global North typically refers to places like this, and others considered to hold disproportionate global power and influence, while the Global South typically refers to places like this, regions with histories of colonization and exploitation, often grouped based on their relative lack of global economic and political power. Importantly, this isn't a literal geographic divide, but a way of mapping global systems of power. That's why, for example, Australia is considered a part of the Global North despite being in the Southern Hemisphere. Global North and Global South are said to have first appeared as terms in 1969, but gained traction after the 1980 Brandt Report, which introduced the Brandt Line, a rough GDP-based division of the world meant to help visualize global inequality. These terms have grown in popularity as alternatives to terms like First World and Third World, or developed and developing countries, which are widely criticized for being stigmatizing and reinforcing harmful hierarchies rooted in colonial white supremacist norms. Now, critics argue that Global North and Global South can be used to have a similar impact, and that they also flatten complex political, economic, and cultural realities, which is true. However, when used intentionally to describe enduring power imbalances, they can provide a useful lens. For example, the critique I got was for using the term Global North while explaining how help can be used to reinforce dominance, like when international aid from Global North organizations sidelines local expertise. In that context, the term was a way of naming persistent patterns of dominance that shape how support is given on a global level. Like most terms, these terms have limitations, and we should aim for specificity whenever possible. But when used with care and intention, I believe they remain a useful tool for talking about the global power structures that sustain global inequality. Hope that helps. Bye.